Hello, Javed and Santosh. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is somebody else also going to join?
No, sir. Chetan and Aditya will not
Only
change. Only two of them, sir.
which
Today.
one?
Only we are two.
Only you two are there. Okay, fine. Fine. So in the last class, what we have seen? We have seen
Creation.
how to create a class. We went to AC24. We have created a class.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
There are three components will be there for each and every class. So those are attributes, methods, and events. Those are called components of the class. So let us go to the attributes. Here in the attributes, we have declared a different attributes.
Yes, sir.
So there can be instance and there can be static. What we can call this as instantiation. There are two types of instantiations will be there. So instance and static. And next one is if the variable is public or protected or private, that also we can declare.
Yes.
Once you create a class, go to AC38 to get the objects from the class. I'll go to AC38. So this is the object. This is called object. This is how you can declare an object. This is called creation of the object. Create object obj.
Yes, sir.
Once you create an object, you can access the components of the class.
Yes, sir.
Component means maybe attribute, maybe method, or maybe event you can access.
Okay, sir.
So here what is this? Object means object v1. Object v1 means what is the value in object v1?
10. 10.
So okay, object v1 has a value 10. So 10 you will
Get.
10 the value will be displayed here when you execute this portion.
Yes.
And if you don't want to create an object, you can only call the static component.
Yes.
You can only call static components. For example, I will say I'll comment this create object. I'm not creating an object. So then what I can say is write
Okay, sir.
ZCL underscore test. This is a class name. Double arrow V4. V4 is a static attribute, correct? This is static public. So this is also true. Okay. So I cannot call V1.
Yes, sir.
Why I cannot call V1?
It's instantaneous.
Its instance. Okay, so you are clear with that point, right? You make a note of that point. Please make a note of that point. If you want to call an instance component of the class, you must create an object. Please make a note. If you want to create a static component of the class, if you want to access a static component of the class,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
So, like, what's the difference in calling a instance component of the object class and static component, sir?
That's what I'm saying now. Please make a note and read out. You can understand. So you see, if it is an instance component, you must create the object. You must create the object. If you are calling an instance, Creating an object is compulsory when you are calling
Public.
instance attribute or instance method or instance event. If you are calling, then object is compulsory. You need to create object. But for the static, there is no need to create the object. You can call directly like this. In the screen you can see class double arrow attribute, class double arrow method name, class double arrow event, like that you can call it. Okay, so this is the difference.
Okay, sir. I'm not like I'm clear with the creation, sir. If you want to create an instance object, we need to create object. For static object, we need to not create an object.
Yeah,
So
correct.
in the use, sir, how will they behave, sir, differently?
That I'm going to tell you in a next example. I'll create an example and I'll tell you in real time how you are going to use this. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So, and one more thing. Static you can also call via creating an object. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Static.
Can also.
Say for example, if I create an object, I can also call static. I can also say object v4. This is true. Static you can either call via class double arrow method name or object hyphen attribute or method name component. This is component of the class.
Yes, sir.
This is attribute. That means component of the class. So this whenever a component is declared as a static, you can call in both the ways. You can create an object and call. You cannot create an object and then you can say class double arrow that particular attribute or component or method. Okay. Remember this. But whenever you are calling instance, what I'm saying, object creation is compulsory. Static means either ways, both the ways are possible. You can create a class and then you can create an object and then call, otherwise you can call it directly from the class. Now let us see in the second example how to use this create. What I'll do now, so I'll say data obj1 type ref2 zcl underscore test. This is what our class name, correct? zcl underscore test or something else. zcl underscore test. I will create another object obj2 type ref2 same class zcl underscore test. So now I have created two objects for the same class. Next, start of selection, create object obj1 comma obj2. I have created two objects. Okay. Now what I will do, write obj1 sorry, right, obj1 single arrow v1. What is the output? obj2 single arrow v1. Tell me what is the output? obj2 obj1.
Uh, 10 value will come to twice, sir.
twice 10 comma 10 value will come as a 10 comma 10, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now what I will do, obj1 hyphen single arrow v1 is equal to some I'll say 22. Next I will say write the same write statement I will put again. I will put a new line so that you can identify. Okay, now what is the output?
So 22 comma 10.
First line you will get 10 comma 10. Second line you will get 22 comma
10.
10. Correct?
Yes.
I'll save it, check it, and activate and execute. You are correct. In the first line we are getting 10 10. After that 22 10. Okay, fine, good. Now tell me what's the output?
So 40 40, then again 40 40.
40 40.
Then also 40 40. The 22 value will not be assigned to V4, sir.
Why?
It's a static, means
We
it's
should
constant value, sir.
No. Don't assume like that. Static means not a constant. You can change also. You can change the value. Static means it's not something like a constant or fixed.
Okay.
Concept is something different.
Okay, sir.
That's why I have written this program.
Okay, sir.
Actually, V4. What is the value there in the V4?
40.
Default value
40, sir.
40. Okay, correct. So here it will print 40 40. Okay. After that, what I'm saying, for object 1, I'm changing the value
Yes, sir.
as 22. Okay, so now what it will do, it will go and change the default value inside the class.
Okay, sir.
So now what will happen here, 22 and here also 22 should come. Previously this here 40 40 will come. Okay, correct. But here when you do this step, what will happen? The 22 will go and sits in the main location.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
And then main location means in the default value, if you see 22 won't be there, but assume that it has changed the original memory location itself, and 22 went and sit in place of the 40.
Okay.
And now what will happen in the right statement? 22 will come now.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Got it?
Okay, sir.
So this is the difference between the instance and static. So now in words, if an interview, if somebody asked you instance and what is the difference between instance and object, static, then what you can say is, for instance components, okay, if you change the value for one object, the other object values will not get affected. Correct. So I am changing object 1 v1. Object 1 v1 value I am changing. Object 2 v1 will not get affected. It's the same.
Yes, sir.
But for the static components, if you change the value from one object, the original value will get affected. All other object values gets affected. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
fine. So this is the main difference between an instance and static. This is how they behave. Fine. So now you know the behavior of instance and static. Now let us go to the class. So now we learned about the attributes. Attributes v1, v2, v3, v4, different attributes we have created. We try to call all the attributes. Now you know you can only call the public attributes inside the class, correct?
Okay.
Only public you can call inside the class. And protected and private attributes you cannot call inside the class. Fine. Now what I will do, I'll create one program. I'll create another program. Create local class. In this program, I am going to tell you how to create a class locally. Previously, what we have done, we have created a class in SE24 transaction, correct? After creating the class in SE24 transaction, we came to the SE38 and we are trying to create an object and call the contents of the class.
Yes, sir.
Now here what we'll do, in the program itself, we will create a class. This is just like we can create a structure in SE11 also, we can create a structure in SE38 also. In the same way, I am trying to create the class here itself. So now,
Types.
so class, the syntax is class, put some name for the class. I will say class C1, definition, end class. So this is the beginning statement and this is the ending statement, and I'm making the definition. So class has 3 sections. So visibility sections are 3 sections, correct? What is the first? Public section. Second one is protected section. Third one is private section. So put all these 3 sections in your class. Okay, put it in the same order. Don't jumble the order. So don't put protected